everybody.
Hello.
Believe it or not, 20 years ago, about 100 pounds ago, I was a fighter. And let me go back. Honestly, I've been a fighter since I was a little girl. I remember the day when my grandmother, she said, come here. She sat down on a stool and she said, look, you're different than everybody else in our entire town. I come from a small town, Remington, Virginia. And she said, you look different because you are different. You might have a hard time getting through school that way, 4 years old. She said, put your dukes up. 4 years old, I didn't know what to do. I put my hands up and she began to teach me how to fight at 4. See, where I come from a town where people are segregated based on what they look like. And to black people, I wasn't black enough. To Mexican people, I couldn't speak Spanish, so I wasn't Mexican enough. To white people, I wasn't white at all. And so in my town, everybody just stayed to themselves and their own. But I didn't have an own. I was everything. And so see, growing up like that, I had to learn how to defend myself. Well, fast forwarding into my high school career, one of the things that I love about the fact that we have changed as a nation is I saw that change progress as I grew. Through the 80s and the 90s, things got better. In fact, they got great. They got so great that nobody saw my differences anymore, and I love that. But there's actually a problem that when you don't see differences, you don't see differences. One day, my friends decided that during high school during the summer years, it would be a great idea. All my tall friends said we should all run track and field or cross country to get ready and keep ourselves in shape for the next season. They didn't see my differences, and so I said, are you guys kidding? And honestly, I didn't see my differences. So here we are, we go out, I signed up for the team, and we're running 3 miles that day, 3 miles. And to me, it felt like a marathon because of these little legs and the fact that I was running twice as much as what everyone else was running just to keep up. But one good thing happened that day. When I was running by, I was running by at the end. I looked over and I saw in the school gymnasium some guys boxing. And so I looked at my friends and I said, look, you guys can do this for keeping in shape over the summer, but guess what I'm getting ready to go try to do? I'm gonna go try out for boxing. And so my little self ran over there. I'm 14 years old at this time, year's 1994, and I say, hey, I wanna learn how to box. I didn't know the school had a boxing team. I said, well, the school doesn't have a boxing team, but our city does, our town does. I said, okay, well, how do I sign up? Where do I sign up? I wanna be a boxer. They said, look, it's just for guys. Look in here, there's no girls. And I looked around and sure enough, I was the only one that looked like me. So I said, well, what do I have to do? I'll do anything. I want to box. I want to be a fighter. And he said, well, listen, tell you what. You go home and you ask your mom if you can fight. And I said, well, listen, I got to get on the team first before I go home and ask mom, can I be on a team that I don't even know that I'm allowed to join yet? He said, well, listen. And he called a couple of guys over. He said, look, wrap her hands and put a pair of boxing gloves on her, see what she can do. And so I was scared to death because I was afraid he was going to make me get in the ring with somebody. But I said, okay, because I'm tough. So I put on the wraps and I put on the gloves. He puts on mitts and he says, listen, take your best shot. And here I am, 14 years old. And I had all the memories that my grandmother showed me. They flooded back to that same little 4-year-old girl. And I said, all right. And I put my dukes up. And I reared back. And the rest is history. You're looking at the first female boxer of Culpeper County, Virginia. Woo. The rest is history because I gave it my best shot. Despite what odds look like, despite I was the only girl, I gave it my best shot. Everyone can do the same.